Good morning and welcome to the AM News. Our very first story, the Northern Regional Coordinating Council is asking for investigations into the upsurge of pregnant school-going girls. The council is keen on knowing why more than 191 WASSCE candidates were pregnant. Members of the council have been discussing possible solutions at an end-of-year meeting, from where correspondent Martina Bugri reports.
The end-of-year meeting brings stakeholders and various departmental heads together to deliberate on how far they have fared through the year. Presenting the educational situation of the region to the stakeholders, the Northern Regional Director of Education, Dr. Peter Tifwa, said there was the need to address these concerns swiftly. He said the wish of the Ghana Education Service is that these girls do not get pregnant at all, but if it happens, there is the need for them to be encouraged to stay in school until they complete.
Gushengu Senior High, absent due to pregnancy, 0. Those who wrote was pregnant, 1. And I want to talk about this one. This person who went to write the exam when she was pregnant, I think the very first paper, she was in labor. And she went to deliver in the school and came back to sit down to write. On and on to Wapuli Community 1. So you see that throughout the senior high schools that we have, there were some pregnancy issues in all the institutions. It is something we must seriously work on.
The Northern Regional Minister, Alhaji Shani Alhassan Shaibu, commended RECSEC for the swift intervention in dealing with issues of security in the region.
The region can confidently state that the state has enjoyed relative peace thanks to the security agencies for our dedication and commitment, the professional manner in which they tackled issues that had tendency of disrupting peace and security in the region. We can all recall recent issues of some audio-video recordings that circulated across the social media handles and looming ethnic conflicts. Thanks to Undanyana.
Now, more than 40 lives were lost through road accidents in the Upper West region this year alone. That's according to Regional Director of the National Road Safety Authority, Kwame Owusu Abrokwa, who's cautioning drivers against bad driving habits this Yuletide. More in this report by correspondent Rafiq Salam.
Cases of road accidents, the National Road Safety Authority launched a Stay Alive campaign in a bid to reduce the carnage on the roads. Out of the over 2,500 persons that lost their lives to road accidents in the country this year, 42 of them are from the Upper West region. The launch of the Stay Alive campaign in the region is therefore to create awareness of the need to be disciplined to reduce the carnage on the roads. Upper West Regional Director of the National Road Safety Authority, Kwame Owusu Abrokwa, expressed concern about the increasing fatalities on the road. Most of these fatalities, according to him, have been attributed to the work of the devil. He urged road users to follow the stipulated traffic regulations in order to shame the devil.
And when you die Obunsam will be sit somewhere, and you know when you apply your brakes, you know the helmet, and that will be authorized. So all that we can say is that this year alone, within the last 10 months, we've had about 42 people dead. That is more than that of COVID. That is more than COVID killing. COVID within that time killed about not more than 20. But we here are killing ourselves with a huge number of 42. And that of the vehicles that have been destroyed, 234. We have the serious injury, that is 79.
Industrial Relations Officer of the Upper West Regions branch of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Alhaji Nuhu Mahama, agreed hook, line and sinker with the Upper West Regions Director of the National Road Safety Authority. However,
now, in the central region, as the festive season begins, many hospitals and health facilities have stepped up efforts to vaccinate and sensitize people on the need to minimize the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Health authorities there are seeking to meet a vaccination target of over 1 million by the end of the year. Acting Medical Superintendent of the Aguna Sredu Government Hospital, Dr. Julius Adbeku, says in time that many have let their guard down and there's a greater need to get people protected against the COVID-19 disease. Richard Kojunyako has more in the following report.
The central region is one of the regions that's racing against time to get many residents vaccinated against the COVID-19 disease. Health officials are also dealing with a few communities that had issues at vaccine hesitancy. Acting Medical Superintendent of the Sredu Municipal Hospital, Dr. Julius Adbeku, says in the era where many of the residents have forgotten the existence of COVID-19, a lot needs to be done to minimize the spread of the virus. He thanked Big Cap Microcredit for such a donation that would help in the fight against the virus. The Directorate indicates it will increase their risk communication since the waves of the pandemic keep rising.
Because we have been seeing waves upon waves, the efforts towards the pandemic seem to have dwindled a bit. So for them to have remembered that we still need to fight this pandemic and help with this donation, we are most and eternally grateful. The issues that most people have with vaccinations, and some of them are unfounded, allegations that are quite unfounded. This vaccine has not been with us for too long, so some of the things they say, you don't understand the basis for it. Okay. But we are educating our people. The vaccine is quite safe, and there's so much vaccine available that we can vaccinate a large number of people. We are also intensifying education on the safety protocols.
CEO of Big Cap Microcredit, Fedaus Mubarak Yusuf, explained the donation, where 36,000 forms part of their corporate social responsibility in supporting the public in the fight against the virus.
I protect myself, you get protected. You don't protect yourself, I get affected. So that was one of our notions of our donations here. The items we gave are very key strategic items that are going to eradicate a lot of problems that are here in Aguna Sredu. And we hope that when it is being put to use, it is going to, of course, reduce some of the challenges that they are facing here. A lot of people have focused so much in Accra, and it is something that I'm trying to let people or stakeholders know that they should focus more on the rural areas, because when these diseases are in these areas, it's very, very difficult to find. And these are the people that travel to the city once in a while and regenerate these diseases.
MP for Aguna West, Cynthia Mamle Morrison, expressed appreciation for the gesture and called on the general public and corporate bodies to support the health facilities in these trying times.
It's not only COVID-19 in all aspects, especially during this Yuletide. We pray that corporate bodies will come together. A lot of them do it already. So I'm appealing and I'm saying that this is another year that has ended, and we believe that a lot of people have excesses at home. So we should reach out not only to hospitals, but even to the homes, to the orphans, to the needy, to the underprivileged, to the elderly. There are a lot of people who without a gift will not spend Christmas.
Reporting for Joy News, Richard Kojunyako, Aguna Sredu.
All right, well, meanwhile, in the Bono East region, the Director of Health Services for Techiman North District, Dr. Alfred Kojampofo, has charged the people of the area to adhere strictly to the laid-down COVID-19 protocols as a means of helping curb the spread of the coronavirus disease. The Directorate is urging the people to ignore the various myths surrounding the COVID-19 vaccines and go for the jabs in order to stay protected. Correspondent Anas Sabit reports.
Christmas festivities finally has arrived, and there are some challenges and constraints, especially in respect to security. So today we're having a discussion on this security, what measures we've taken in place.
This is the Bono East Regional Minister Kwesi Edujan elaborating some key security measures instituted by the Regional Security Council to ensure that residents celebrate this festive season safely.
The Regional Coordinating Council have taken a lot of measures to make sure that the people traditionally are secured and humanly security is provided for them. From Kintampo North to Sene East to Techimai South, each and every assembly, one after the other, the chief executives brief us on the elaborate plans that they have put forward for that. It includes some areas like in the Eastern Corridor. It includes escort services for travelers, provision of making the police presence very visible, and other areas is also on the visibility, making sure the market is safe, making sure travelers moving in and out the transport arena, all those areas are safe.
Mr. Edujan noted that a committee has been established to come up with a strategic plan to ensure the safety of the people within the region.
I've also put together a 3-member team of RECSEC to come up with a strategic plan to ensure that there is a plan for the Christmas festivities. Today, as part of RECSEC meeting, we'll look at their proposal for us to have a good plan as a region to make sure that those gaps that need to be filled at the assemblies, we provide it.
With crime likely to go high due to activities of various criminal gangs, the regional minister assured that the various district security councils are on the alert to deal with any possible criminal activity likely to be executed.
The various districts in the region are alert. From the security plan they presented to me last week on the 17th, it's a clear indication of their alertness and readiness to curb every crime. So we are alerting them that if they are ready, we are also ready, and we'll meet them boot to boot. Okay. We are here to guarantee the safety, peace of our people during these festivities, and we'll ensure that we do exactly that.
Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Techimai in the Bono East region.
So the family reunions, story time under the bright full moon, and the excitement that come with tasting chicken for the first time in a year are fond memories. Love FM's Emmanuel Bright Kweku traveled to Drobonso in the Ashanti region to seek answers to whether Christmas traditions in the village still linger on.
Drobonso, the capital of the Secho Afram Plains district, is located on the outskirts of Kumewu in the Ashanti region. The district capital houses nearly 36,000 indwellers, who mostly are farmers and petty traders. With Christmas beckoning, the indigents in this community seem not to be so much enthused about the festive season. The old folks here argue the excitement of the season is diminishing as the Xmas culture gradually loses its essence. Ejamenu has lived in Drobonso since his birth in 1958. The 63-year-old owns a mini grocery shop and has a lot in the village.
The Christmas in the olden days was fun.
Recounting Christmas in the olden days, Ejamenu says residents of Drobonso and adjoining communities used to meet at the community center to celebrate the festive season. As a kid, he and his friends would dress up in masquerade and go for what the Westerners would describe as trick or treats during Halloween.
When I was a child, my friends and I used to visit homes for trick or treat. We used to hang them around our neck.
Other folks ascertain the Xmas, unlike the olden days, have changed dramatically.
A lot has changed. I remember those You would have to leave wherever you are before 20th for Christmas.
One free baby will be at 20th.
It's about that time of the year again, December 24th. Many people in urban centers are seen joining public transport, but one may ask, where are they heading? Is it a village for Xmas? Let's find out more from these travelers.
I'm going to Beijing for the holidays. It's more fun there than in the city.
Xmas in the village is more fun. My siblings and I normally go back home to enjoy the holidays.
Others have attributed the changes in the Xmas traditions in the village to the recent economic hardship in these remote areas.
Back in the days, Xmas was fun. The villagers used to come here to buy items for the festive season, but it's not the same anymore.
Do you visit your village for Xmas? From Kumasi, for Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
Well, that's it for the AM News. The AM show continues, and we'll be diving straight into the newspapers right after this. Don't go anywhere.